got there? What you got there? What you got there? Welcome back to my channel, folks. Let's see what we got here today. We got the Venom 250cc that I think is an X22, or is the 22X, but I'm pretty sure it's the X22 automatic. Nice bike, huh? Well, let me tell you some things about this bike that Venom wants you to know. Because this company is kind of crooked. Believe me when I tell you that. I'm about to tell you some stories about this real quick, so listen up. Now, when this bike, when it arrived, when it came on it was like it came on a big box truck. And when it arrived or whatever, it was delivered by one person. And this one person was having problems delivering this bike, actually, to getting it off the truck. So unloading it, he was having a problem, so I had to help him to get it off the truck. Now, he was telling me the story when he went to go get this bike. Now, when he said he picked this bike up, he didn't know it was a motorcycle was actually in here. The pegs were sticking out the box and all this other stuff. But he said he had problems maneuvering it by himself. He said another thing, he's like, I'm glad you was here. I said, why is that? He said, because Venom just was telling him just to drop the bike off and just roll out. So if you're not home, they're going to drop your bike off and just roll out. So I'm letting you know that. So after, we got this bike off or whatever. And then after that, I got into my house. When I got into my house, started looking at it for a quick second. I didn't look at it, but I just look at it. And then after that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna start customizing it. So what I started doing is I started putting all these little decals on it. That's the first thing that I did. After that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna start painting it. So I started painting it. So actually, when I started painting this bike, I asked them, I said, well, where's the fuse at on this bike? They couldn't really locate their own fuse at where it was located at on their bike. They told me to follow the red wire, which is, I thought it was kind of funny, because you don't tell somebody to follow the red wire. You should know where your fuse is at, is on your bike. But the fuse on his bike is on this side. So if you want to know where the fuse is at, they put it on this side this time. Now, another thing, what's funny thing about this bike is when I got all this painted at the top and all this other stuff, but when I got down here, I noticed something. This bike was leaking antifreeze. Right, let me see if I can show you. You see where I got that tape at? I had to put tape on it. It was leaking there, and it's all the way up in there. There's a hose is up in there, but I can't show you from here. But there's a hose back here behind that cap that it was leaking behind there. So I put some water tape on it because Venom mechanics didn't know how to stop that. And they was giving me all this little runaround stuff, telling me to take the clamp off, put a new one on. I did all that stuff. None of it was working, they were saying. So I did it myself. So I stopped the leak. Another thing you might want to pay attention to about this bike is this: it will stall on you. So all about them telling you just put gas in it and you just go ride out, no, it doesn't work like that. There's a lot of stuff you have to tweak up on this bike, and I'm telling you that now, because it will stall on you. There's a lot of stuff, man. This bike really is not really safe as like they say it is, until you really tweak it and tighten a lot of stuff. There's something that you just don't want to take on the road. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you know what you're doing and know how to fix stuff on these bikes, because if you don't, you're screwed, and I'm telling you that now. So don't buy this bike and thinking that, well, I'm just gonna go out here and just buy this bike and think it's gonna be a cool bike. It doesn't work like that. And the warranty is useless. And I'm telling you that now. They don't stand by their warranty. I'm gonna tell you a story about that. Another thing is, check your bike real well, because they might give you somebody else's bike that actually returned it. I noticed something was funny about this the third day when I looked in here and I looked at the belt. Now the belt looked like it was like a lot of shavings in her, but the belt was new. So that makes me feel is why there was a lot of shavings in her and the belt was new. Another thing I noticed was actually this front right here. This right here. This is another thing I noticed. And it's a part of the fairing. This doesn't goes all the way in because this is actually broke. Just like this lady said when she bought hers, she said her storage department won't lock or whatever. So, you know, Venom do some crazy stuff. They will send you out somebody else's bike and say it was brand new. More likely they will do something like that. Another thing I want you to know about this bike is they don't stand up with the parts, man. For real, when they come down by the parts, they don't stand by them. I'm telling you that now. And it's another thing is, majority of these shocks doesn't work on your bike, and you probably don't even know that. This is what happened. I send them countless videos of this shocks don't hold air. And there's no lie when I tell you this. They sent me out some used shocks, and they tell me it was new. And these shocks, I'll do a video of these shocks. They got rust all over them. And then after a while, they sent me out some new ones. And after when they sent me out some new ones, they had a problem with them too. They wouldn't hold air. So I send them videos and all this other stuff. So I've been getting tired of it. So I told them I'm gonna report them in and stuff like that and get my money back and all this other stuff. But the problem is I can't send the bike back because look what I have done to it. And I put too much money in by customizing it. So they said there was no my emails. So I sat there. I said, okay. So I sat there and I turned around and I emailed the company. After when I emailed the company, which was the BBB, which they know what that is, they didn't like that. So you know what they did? They lied to the BBB and said that I threatened them about the shocks if they don't send me out shocks and a new muffler. I thought it was kind of funny because I would never do that to no business. For real, I'll just buy my own if I'm gonna go through all that. If they wasn't standing by the warranty, first of all, I would never purchase the bike. Second of all, when they send out the new muffler, the muffler was actually cheaper than the one that they actually had on the bike. The ribbons was coming out of the muffler. So what I did was I bought an aftermarket one and I installed this aftermarket on here. So that's what I have done. So you can see this aftermarket one on here. Another thing I want you to know was this. Now back to the shocks thing. Now, they're gonna tell me, since they can't fix that problem about these shocks, I'm pretty sure I'm telling you that mostly the people that got these bikes, your shocks do not hold air. They're gonna tell me to come out my own pockets and buy some aftermarket shocks. Now come on now. How you gonna sell somebody a bike with defective shocks and can't take care of the problems? You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that they don't stand by. Just like they did the same thing with this lady when her husband reported Venom into the BBB. They went on her and said that her husband said this and did all this crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure that they lied on that lady's husband as well. So they will lie to the BBB and said that you said something that you never said. And by them doing that, that's defamation. And I hope they watch this video for real because they know what they have done. And the BBB got this about them lying on me and said that I threatened people out their business, which I didn't. So I'm letting you know, they got another thing coming. And if I'm telling you is, so if you plan on purchasing anything from them, you might want to think about that and watch this video for real. And because these bikes is not what you think they are. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff you got to do to these bikes before you to order just to ride them. And that means even buying a lot of aftermarket parts. Another thing they're not going to pay for, they're not going to pay for your mechanics. So if you think they're going to pay for your mechanics, they're not going to do that. So if you think there's something wrong with your bike, oh well, you better fix it yourself because they're not going to pay for your mechanic. That's how messed up this company is, man. There's a lot of people ain't telling the truth about this, but you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth about this bike. And another thing, why a lot of people's naming it Kawasaki, because you know what? It's funny thing about this, and everybody going to agree with me. A lot of people name this bike the Kawasaki because in the end it looks like a Kawasaki. Just like, for example, when Smith & Wesson made their gun look like Glock, and Glock sued Smith & Wesson, and Glock wound up winning. Well, the same thing with Kawasaki. Kawasaki, for real, if they wanted to, they probably could sue them for actually making a bike look like theirs, because everybody that had these bikes, everybody's seen these bikes say, it does look like a Kawasaki, it does look like a Kawasaki. So that's telling you is, Where do you think they got their idea from how to make this bike look like that? Kawasaki. So Kawasaki might have something here. And if you do, and y'all do, send me a free bike for bringing this to your attention. But anyways, I'm just letting you know before you buy this bike or whatever, if you got to pre-order any of the products, you might want to think twice about it. Go on the internet, look at Trustpilot, all the other reviews before you purchase this stuff. The business got some crooked stuff working with it, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? Um, they lied on to me. I mean, they lied on me to the BBB for no reason. You understand what I'm saying? They won't respond back to the BBB when I told the BBB that, to show them proof that I threatened the company. Venom came and showed them proof. So that's another thing. So that's defamation right there, what they just done. And they know what they did was wrong, so they ain't gonna respond back. They don't have to. But you know what I mean? The best thing I'm saying, if you do order this bike or anything, a product, use your credit card, because your credit card will back you up. Don't use your bank card or nothing like that, because it's not going to back you up. So I'm letting you know that. But if you do get this bike, you're going to have to put a lot of money into it, especially with aftermarket parts. And I'm telling you that now. They do not stand by their products, man. The warranty is useless. And I'll be honest with you. So when it comes down to this bike, I'm gonna eventually just I'm gonna get in another one, you know what I mean? Put a bunch of aftermarket parts on her, make it, right now it's safe because I did a lot of stuff to this bike, I tweaked it and a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? I add on to it already. I just want to see where they stand up with the warranty or stuff. Seems like, you know what I mean? You purchase this bike, you figure to stand up to the warranty, so I want to see if they replace any parts. And another thing about it is, I had my shocks off my bike. And I put them back on. The reason why I put them back on, because it's pointless to take their shocks that they send me out and try to tell me they doesn't work after when I show them countless videos. And then when I show them countless videos about these shocks doesn't work again, they don't want to respond back. So the whole thing, I wanted them to take these shocks back that they sent out to me, which was 2 pairs which was rusted, and then the other pairs which was brand new that still was defective. I wanted them to take them back and test them themselves, just to show them that everything they send out is garbage. Even that muffler, like I said, the ribbons was coming off the muffler. That's why I didn't put the muffler onto this bike. So I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna do a video of that so I can show you this muffler too as well, what they sent out. And I'm gonna show you a video of the emails that where they lied about the warranties. And I'm gonna show you a video of how they lied to the BBB. So I'm gonna show you all these videos, so stay tuned, folks, because I want you to see this. And please share this video with other people that got this bike or plan on getting it or whatever, even the Kawasaki business, because they might want to pay attention to this too. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, share this video, subscribe, hit the like button, because I got more coming or whatever. So in the ending, I'm gonna do a little bit of work on this, because in the ending, they don't want to stand up by the warranty and they don't want to take care of nothing. So you know what, I'm gonna do everything myself. I don't care if I had to take this whole bike apart and replace it with the brand new parts or whatever I have to do. I'm gonna do it myself, because you know what, it's my life, it's not their life. Because when it comes down to it, they're just worrying about money, and that's crazy. And they would slander to you and man, real bad to a business, man. I'm telling you, they'll make you look bad. So you report them into the BBB or whatever, they're gonna allow on you just like that. So I'm telling you, get prepared for that. So if you got any of their products, I'm telling you, they're gonna allow on you. So be prepared. So I'm letting you know they did it to me, and they're not getting away with it. I'm not gonna let them slide with it or whatever. So I'm just letting you know through this video is just watch when you purchase their products or whatever, because the warranties sucks. Sucks. So if you do get their bikes or any of the products, you're gonna have to do a lot of tweaking. I'm letting you know that. So do that. Another thing is, don't buy it for your children or whatever and think, I'm gonna buy this for my 16-year-old kid or something like that. No, don't do that, because if you do that and you don't fix this bike or tweak it or whatever like that, it's like sending them on the road and sending them for death. Don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, you have to watch this. I'm telling you, go look at the reviews, man. If you don't have to, if you don't believe me, just look at the reviews. But at the same time, I'm gonna make a video with the emails and everything just to show you this. You understand what I'm saying? To show you how they lie in their emails. And I'm gonna show you a video of the BBB too, about the conversation that we was having, so everybody can see this and you won't fully understand this about this company. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff I did add on to this bike. You understand what I'm saying? Stuff that I know more likely they was not gonna take care of, because it was giving me too much problem with the shocks and the muffler, and it started from the leak from the antifreeze that they did not want to fix. So I'm letting you know is like, you on your own when it comes down to this bike, you know. And just check the reviews. You don't believe me or whatever, you know. I put lights on here too, by the way, so I'm gonna show you. I did put lights on here, so there is lights on here. So you see that? Yeah, I changed a lot of stuff on this bike, man. So yeah, there is lights on here, but I'm letting you know, don't think that you're gonna get this bike and there's nothing that's gonna happen. This how many miles I got on her. Just let you know, ain't that many miles on it, so it's still young yet, but at the same time it's still young with a lot of problems, the stuff that you didn't want for a bike you just got. So I'm letting you know is you won't be spending the money on aftermarket parts, so get ready for that. You understand what I'm saying? If you do purchase this bike, but if you do, telling you, be careful, man. Be careful. Any of the products, be careful. Make sure you tweak everything. Make sure you look at everything. Make sure you go through everything. I'm telling you. That's not what they's telling you it is. These bikes, when they get them wholesale and they sell it to us aftermarket for a lot more money. But yeah, like I said, is share this video, subscribe. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you more videos about this bike. And if I do anything else to this bike, if I'm changing fluids or whatever else I do, even from telling you how I did this exhaust or whatever, and how to put the lights on, and how I painted this or whatever, I'll do a video on that, and I'll show you what I did, and I'll tell you what I've done, and the stuff that I've done in the inside, the bike and the engine or whatever I have done to tweak this bike to make it run a lot better and whatever, it's a lot safer, and stuff like that. Nothing you might want to check is your forks too. Yeah, check your forks. Definitely check your forks. Definitely want to do that, man. You feel what I'm saying? But, I'm just letting people know, because no ain't telling the truth, so I gotta tell the truth, So, in case you want to know about their products, so here you go. I really got it. You know what I mean? It's right here in front of you. But stay tuned, folks, because I will be making more videos about this or whatever. But like I told you, don't trust their company, because their company is shady when it comes down to stuff, and I got proof. So it's not like they could say anything about me because they lied on me. So I ain't worrying about it anymore. I'm just telling you this. I'm not just gonna let them get away with it neither, because you just don't do that. That defamation shit. You know what I mean? That's out the window. You don't do that shit. You know what I mean? I would never actually threaten no company over no damn shocks, no muffler. That doesn't make no sense. So all about them saying that's bullshit. And that was dumb that they did that. Cause now the BBB, and I ain't gonna say too much on this video, but so in the ending, lawyers and people like that, that's all I got to say, gonna want to know about this conversation that we had, that they said that I said that. And I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to show that proof, which could hurt the business in the ending, because that could be a lawsuit, my friend. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people that's watching this video will agree with that too, because you can't lie to a company because you don't want to take care of your warranties. You know what I mean? So that's what they did. They lied to the BBB to try to slide a way out, but they can't, because like I said, I got all their emails, and that's the bad thing about it. And their emails shows you that there's a lot of lies, so that's on them. So I'm letting you know is before you buy their products, just prepare for the crazy stuff. Just like, for example, I replaced the battery band in here so many times, man. Look, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna see if I can get close to it. You see it? It's turned again. Look at that. And this is my third one. When I put another one in, that'll be my fourth battery band. So it's telling you right there is, man, it's a headache. It's a headache. It's non-stop stuff, non-stop. But yeah, once again, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs if you like it. Please share or whatever. I'm gonna still make more videos because I want you to see this. This is gonna be entertaining. because I want you really, 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 really get to know about this company, you know, and what they're selling you or plan on selling you or what you plan on purchasing or whatever. So, what you got there? What you got there? What you got there?